A sound mind is a sound body. Good morning, grade 6 learners and teachers. I'm Mr. Zane P. Blanca Flor from Parada Elementary School, your LSC today in your physical education subject. Please sit back, relax, and feel the morning because this time I will bring you the most interesting topic only here at Valenzuela FB Live. Here are the following reminders for our lesson. Number 1, sit in one place wherein you feel comfortable. Number 2, avoid doing unnecessary movements. Number 3, prepare your pen and notebook. And number 4, listen attentively. Are you ready to learn to get physically fit? Here are our objectives. At the end of the lesson, the pupils are expected to: number 1, assesses regular participation in physical activities based on the Philippine Physical Activity Pyramid. Number 2, observes safety precautions. Before we start our lesson this morning, I'm going to give you first a simple activity. Say yes if the activities help increase your cardiovascular endurance, and no if not. Number 1, running. Go. And the answer is yes. Number 2, watching TV. Go. And the answer is no. Number 3, basketball. Go. And the answer is yes. What about number 4? Lying. Go. And the answer is no. And the last number is number 5. Jogging. Go. And the answer is yes. For us to make ourselves ready and energetic, let's have first a warm-up exercise. What you're waiting for? Please stand. Come on and join me. There you have it. Thank you very much, learners. What is the relevance of physical activities or exercises to prevent ourselves towards COVID-19 pandemic situation? Would you like to give any answers? All right. Number 1, do exercise to make our body physically fit. Number 2, to make our body strong and energetic. And number 3, of course, to boost our immune system. That's why, learners, it is very important to all of us to engage ourselves in the different physical activities and, of course, in exercises. More so in this time of pandemic situation. This time, I'm going to present to all of you our topic for today. Physical activities based on the Philippine Physical Activity Pyramid. Learners, are you familiar with the Philippine Physical Activity Pyramid? Very good. Philippine Physical Activity Pyramid is a plan that is prepared for someone to be guided in having an active lifestyle. It is the division of how much time you should allot to your physical activity. Here is the model of the Filipino Pyramid Activity Guide. For you to understand fully, here are the following activities belonging to each partition. The first partition of the Filipino Pyramid Activity Guide are the activities that we do day to day. And what are the examples? Taking the stairs instead of elevator. Taking longer routes. Walking to the store, church, banks, or mailbox. Parking your car farther away. Adding extra steps to your daily routes. Taking stretch breaks at home or work. Doing household chores. Running errands. Grocery shopping. Learners, we do these activities habitually as often as possible. The second partition of the Filipino Pyramid Activity Guides are the activities about aerobic exercise and recreational activities. What are the activities under aerobic exercise? Brisk walking, running or jogging, bicycling, aerobic dancing, swimming, aero kickboxing. Learners, we do this regularly for 3 to 5 times a week. What are the activities under recreational? Ballroom dancing, badminton, basketball, and softball, skating, tennis, pico, sipa, and patentero. Again, we do these activities regularly for 3 to 5 times a week. The third partition of the Filipino Pyramid Activity Guides are the leisure activities and exercise for strength and flexibility. What are the examples of activities under leisure activities? We have go mall strolling, play golf, and play bowling. Always take note that we often do this for 2 to 3 times a week. And what are the activities under exercise for strength and flexibility? We have stretching, yoga, taekwondo, resistance training. And of course, we often do this also for 2 to 3 times a week. The fourth partition of the Filipino Pyramid Activity Guide are the activities that we do very minimally or seldom. And what are the examples? Sit, or lie around. Be a couch potato, watching TV, playing Mobile Legends, playing cards, sit and do needlework, indulge in computer games and surfing. Learners, take note that we do this minimally or a few times a month. Do you have any questions about Filipino Pyramid Activity Guide? Do you understand well? Very good. For us to avoid injuries, safety precautions in playing games are very important. And what are the safety precautions? Number one, we have stretching. Before an activity, you need to stretch your muscle to avoid injuries. And this is the example of stretching exercise. Next safety precaution in playing games is proper gear or attire. You must wear the proper attire comfortable enough so you can move freely and at ease. And this is the example of proper gear or attire. The third safety precaution in playing the games is what we call playing court. This must be checked if they are free from danger and are still safe to use. And this is the playing court. The fourth safety precaution in playing the game is what we call the weather condition. Check if the weather could affect the activity. If it is rainy, better to do indoors. If it is too sunny, put anti-ultraviolet lotion on your skin. And this is the example of weather condition. The last safety precaution in playing games is what we call health condition. Before being involved in a strenuous activity, you should know your body condition by consulting your doctor. Physical activities might give you injury rather than long-term health benefit if you have health problems. And this is the example of health condition consulting your doctor. Learners, do you have any questions about the safety precautions in playing the games? Very good. Do you understand well? Great answer. For us to make our body strong, alert, and energetic, components of physical fitness are very important. The first component of physical fitness is what we call body composition. Body composition is the amount of fats in the body compared to the body mass. BMI is a measurement tool that can indicate whether you are underweight or overweight to your height. Example of the body compositions are, we have the underweight, normal, overweight, obese, or extremely obese. Other examples of sports and activity that requires more body compositions are diving, gymnastics, and rowing. The next components of physical fitness is what we call cardiorespiratory endurance. The capacity of the vascular system, heart, and lungs to bring blood to the muscles during a partial or sustained physical activity. Example is swimming. Other examples of sports and activity that requires more cardiorespiratory endurance are jogging, walking, dancing, cycling, and 1-minute step test. The next component of physical fitness is what we call muscular endurance. The ability of the muscles to perform activities again and again for several times to sustain specific position extensively. The example is the squat thrust. Other examples of sports and activities that require more muscular endurance are push-up, curls-ups, running, and cycling. Another component of physical fitness is flexibility. Flexibility is the ability of the joint to bend and stretch when moving in different motions. Example is the gymnastics. What are the other examples of sports and activities that requires more flexibility? We have gymnastics, yoga, and sit and reach. Agility is another component of physical fitness. Agility is the capacity of the player to begin, stop, and change directions fast. Example of agility is playing basketball. Other examples of sports and activity that requires more agility are table tennis, volleyball, football, and 30-second shuttle run back and forth. Balance is another component of physical fitness. The ability to support the position of his or her body, whether moving, running, jumping, or doing other physical activities. Example of balance is a gymnast standing on the balance beam using one leg. Other examples of sports and activities that requires more balance are surfing, gymnastics, skating, and 1 minute, one leg standing, left or right. The next component of physical fitness is coordination. Coordination is the ability to combine the different body movements properly with grace. Example of coordination is a ballet dancer. Other examples of sports and activities that requires more coordination are table tennis, baseball, softball, badminton, and paper juggling. Power is another component of physical fitness. Power means the strength of one player in the execution of the game plan. Events that requires quick, explosive power and strength. Example of power is weightlifting. Other examples of sports and activity that requires more power are throwing, sprinting, boxing, and standing long jump. The next component of physical fitness is what we call speed. It is one's performance of an activity in a shortest period of time. Example of speed is a 50-meter sprint. Other examples of sports and activities that requires more speed are swimming, all stroke, and speed skating. The next component of physical fitness is what we call reaction time. It is the ability to respond quickly to the stimulus as perceived by the five senses. Example of reaction time is the stick drop test. Other examples of sports and activity that requires more reaction time are table tennis, lawn tennis, and badminton. Learners, do you have any questions about the components of physical fitness? Do you understand well? Very good. Please remember this always. The Philippine Physical Activity Pyramid is a plan that is prepared for someone to be guided in having an active lifestyle. It is the division of how much time you should allot to your physical activity. Being involved in regular physical activities will give you an extreme benefit on top of being physically fit. In order to avoid injuries, we should always remember also the safety precaution in playing the games. We have stretching exercise, proper gear or attire, playing court, weather condition, and health condition. This time, please get ready your pen and paper for a 5 mental activity. Are you ready? Direction. Read the statement carefully. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1, the ability to move your body in different directions quickly. Letter A, speed. Letter B, agility. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, body composition. And the correct answer is letter B, agility. Number 2, the ability of the senses with the different parts of the body. Letter A, coordination. Letter B, body composition. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, agility. And the correct answer is letter A, coordination. Number 3, what must be performed in order to prevent injury and muscle pain? Letter A, jogging. Letter B, marathon. Letter C, warm-up exercise. Letter D, inhale, exhale. And the correct answer is letter C, warm-up exercise. Number 4, plan that is prepared for someone to be guided in having an active lifestyle. Letter A, Philippine Physical Activity Pyramid Guide. Letter B, Physical Fitness Test. Letter C, Philippine Physical Activity. Letter D, Fitness Test. And the correct answer is letter A, Philippine Physical Activity Pyramid Guide. Number 5, the state of health and well-being, and more specifically, the ability to perform aspects of sports, occupations, and daily activities is blank. Letter A, physical education. Letter B, pyramid building. Letter C, Philippine Physical Activity Pyramid. Letter D, physical fitness. And the correct answer is letter D, physical fitness. Okay, learners, we are through with our 5-item mental activity. For our next meeting, please don't forget your assignment. Read and study the nature and background of the games. Remember, physical education is life. Thank you for listening. Stay safe always, and God bless. Once again, this is Sir Zane, your LST, in the most prestigious and unique approach of learning, the Valenzuela of the Life. See you next time.